Hello people, we're on the magical Spectacle Island in our Fallout 4 game here, and it's another exploration of settlement craziness. We are going to build something a little bit different today. If you've played the game, a little bit of spoiler alert here, excuse me, you'll know that the Brotherhood of Steel, they rock in a giant airship called the Prydwen? Prydwen? I don't know how to say it. It's basically a giant fortified airship blimp thing. And they park it over there at the airport over there. I haven't progressed in this playthrough to that point yet, but we are going to make something in preparation for the Brotherhood of Steel. Forget the funkiness of the house there. Don't know what's happening there. I think it's a conflict between the original vanilla assets of Spectacle Island and then our smooth and clear mod here. Now, I'm going to spin around and you'll see something. What's that? Now, this is the beginnings of a, what do you call it? Airstrip? Runway? And that poor old building is going to get squashed. Maybe not. I'm going to do pylons, but we are basically going to park a giant Minuteman response to the Brotherhood of Steel airship. So the Brotherhood of Steel gets the airship, and the Minutemen will get an equally large aircraft of some sort. And because it's the Minutemen and because it's the damaged Commonwealth, it's going to be kind of a mishmash of a bunch of different things. Salvage, whatever. I'm not expecting it to fly, of course. It's just going to be a static object / settlement. But hopefully we can come up with something very cool. I have sort of mucked around with some ideas, and I think I have a direction that I want to go. So let's just turn off the collision mode here. Let's jump into our build menu. I do have to be conscious of that little building there because we may conflict with it. But we have this mod called, not that one, come on, static objects and buildings. So I need to start off with we're going to have it in like a landing mode. So, and it's going to be massive. So let's start off with vehicles, aircraft debris, cars, military, miscellaneous. This is where we want to be. And I'm going to choose the train engine. And it by itself it is very big, but these are going to act as merely the what do you call them? The landing gears to our aircraft. So that can kind of give you an idea of the scale here. I need them kind of spaced out, so where's a good way to... Maybe I'll line them up to this line here. Is that lined up? Relatively. If we just get a little bit closer to the line. I think it's a little bit difficult when you're trying to orient these big assets. Is that too close maybe? Because we've only got like one block extra. Is that the right way around? Nope. So we spin you. Might be a little bit too close. No, we might be alright. Nope. Okay, we'll line it up. Maybe we'll line it up to this one. Okay. I might just use this as a line and then I will just space them out a little bit afterwards. So we can see we're mostly just the back end is a little bit off. It's pretty close, and we need to bring it forward a little bit because it's kind of The nose is kind of on that line there. I'm not going for super accuracy here. I just want it to look kind of symmetrical. Okay. Alright, and I'm just going to space it out a little bit. So I need to find out where I'm going to... Maybe I'll line it up to this outside one. Okay, that's pretty much on the dime. And where's our one there? That one's can be moved in a little bit. I think that's kind of where we're at. So this is the main landing gear. So let me see. We're gonna have to have. Is that gonna be spot on where the wings are? Can't tell at this point. So we need to find some kind of like a chassis, central kind of chassis spine. So let's just see if what we've got here. Consoles, machines, silos. It's a bit too big. What about the machines? I just wanted something that can kind of tie them together in the middle. This one's kind of interesting looking. I mean, I'm not super excited about having that kind of concrete look, but I just need something. Okay, so we are almost in the middle. I'm just looking at it sort of this bit here versus this bit here. And we aren't lined up at all with this other one. So I need to come to the front. Or is it this problem? Maybe it's this is the issue. I'm sort of like looking for points of interest and then trying to line them up. It's not going to be perfect, unfortunately, and they are slightly different on either side, but we just have to kind of do a halfway between. You can see there, yeah, it's conflicting a little bit differently. I guess because one side's a little bit different to the other. But we have to keep going, so let's just look at it from the top, because I might have to readjust from the top view, because the front view looks okay, I think. Maybe just slightly to this side. So it's going to be off in the front, but I think overall it's kind of a little bit more symmetrical if I do it like that. So maybe this guy is a little bit bent. Don't want to go too much because it's going to whack the whole thing out of kilter. Something like that, maybe. Yeah, it looks kind of symmetrical. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Okay. This is almost like a giant pivot. It's kind of interesting. And can we use this in some way? Maybe too much. Got to know when to like not do as much. Let's just, what if we chuck this there? This is a giant sort of jet engine. I'm going to be putting a bunch of these on because they look freaking awesome, and obviously we need massive power. That looks pretty cool. Okay, let's have a look through. These are cool too, but I'm just not sure if I want to go that tall. Maybe if we do like a spine going down the middle, that could be kind of cool. So I have to remember to go back to this one. Is there anything else? Maybe some like lifting arms. Nothing's final yet. It's kind of like kit bashing. You kind of play with ideas, and then if certain things don't work, then you kind of pull back and then reevaluate, if you know what I mean. Okay, so now we're moving more into the object itself. Before I go too much into the aircraft side of things, I do want to... Where was it? these ones. I really like the front of this sort of monorail thing. It's too big, so I can't do it. But if I do that, goodness me, come on. It's kind of like a, you know, those old World War II bombers. They're kind of like the B-52 or something. You know, they have these big glass kind of cockpit things. So I wanted to add this, and it can also serve as kind of crew quarters as well. So if we chuck that kind of in the middle. Let's have a look. I'll just quickly go through it actually, just so we can have a gaze. So there's seating, and I guess, you know, if we put rooms off to the side as well, just like little crew quarters or something. I mean, the engine room is not super amazing, but you know, maybe if we had some props and stuff, it could look cool. Okay, I just have to, for some reason, once you set the object down in the collision mode, you can't reselect it unless you get out of it again. So I have to keep doing this, which is kind of annoying. Okay, let's bring it down, but I don't want to bring it down too much where it starts intersecting like that. And it's kind of good that it has that sort of flat top as well, because we're going to put the, this is going to be kind of underneath, so we're going to have the wings on top. And that's not really symmetrical, and I just placed it down, so I got to do it all over again. Okay, let's line this guy up. Not going to be super accurate, but you know. So this is almost like some kind of like, I don't know, jet train at the moment. And that the end of this is not the best. It's sort of just ends. I don't know if I want to go much longer though. Do I want to add an extra? Because I want the wings to be kind of forward so that they hopefully do not interfere too much with the stuff here, and then also we want the weight to be kind of on top of the actual landing gear, so that kind of, you know, makes the most sense, I guess. What does the end of this one look like? If I stick that one there, no, it's not going to work. I need to find something that I can sort of end it off with. But in the meantime, we have there's lots of these damaged aeroplane parts sort of scattered around the Commonwealth. That could be kind of interesting for something. And we have to try and disguise the, I guess, the damage. The trees popping in and out. We have to try and disguise the damage because you get these really cool pieces here. What's the difference? Wing left, sky lanes. Oh, is that non-branded? Oh, I see. Is it branded or non-branded? Let's do branded. So right side and left side. Okay. And I can't see what I'm doing, so I have to readjust. And hopefully, fingers crossed, it's not going to interfere with that stuff there. Because that would be... Oh man, it's so close. Oh, darn it. It's so close. Like I basically can't move it. If I move, this is going to muck everything up. But let's just do it. Because I need it gone. Can I select the stuff? Oh, thank goodness. Sometimes you can't delete the stuff. I've already done the mission where you use this. So hopefully it doesn't break anything. Can I move this guy? It looks a little bit dorky just having this thing floating around. I will disguise it. I can't move it, but I will disguise it I'll disguise it later on. So now I don't have to worry so much. So let's get as much wingspan as possible, and it needs to be above this section here. So I'm going to try and use this line as a guide. Oh no, now we got to look. Is it going to muck around with the trees? Can I delete these? I should have really built it a little bit further along. I can. Wonderful! I'm just going to set the game hour. Set game hour to... Oh wait. Set game hour to 08. Set game hour to 12. That's better. I can see too much fog. Okay, you can kind of see what we're playing with here. So let's see. So I need to get underneath this thing and then try and position it so it's not interfering with our train monorail too much, but then also it needs to be... Is that in line? It's a little bit hard to tell. I'll try the back here, because there should be the same line going through. Is that it there maybe? I think it is. So I think I need to rotate it just slightly. Like so. Ah! Not that. And let's just see. Okay, so it doesn't look like it's interfering with our ceiling too much. A little bit, but not too much. And the line is slightly... Hopefully that's not too bad. Okay, so that was the right side. Now we need the left side. I can't see what I'm doing. Let's just place it up there. And again. So we got to line up this line somehow. Hopefully it... sort of... You just have to keep doing this, like going backwards and forwards, going backwards and forwards. Just sort of line it up. So we are going to have like an intersection. But that's okay, we're going to try and mask it. I've got to get myself in a position where I can see where I'm putting it down, but then also... Yeah, this is difficult. Okay, hopefully this will work for us. Not really. So let's just try and merge it roughly like this. And then see where we are at. And hopefully... I think that's really way off actually on the back. I might need to move it back as well, because this looks like it's a little bit too far forward. Oh, I don't know, the back looks kind of symmetrical. Don't you think? I'm talking to myself? No, I'm talking to you. Maybe I'll move this side a little bit further in, because as I said, it doesn't need to be perfect. Because I don't want to be here like all day trying to... As long as I can kind of get the effect. So we want the left hand. Come on, baby. Let's go like this. Like I'll make it really perfect and nice looking at the back, and then I'll move to the front and it will be completely off. I think that's okay. Oopsie. I think it's actually easier to sort of move the things. Yeah, so it looks like both of them are kind of off to one side. Because, I mean, in terms of the placement of this, I don't really want to move it too much, so maybe we can do a little bit of finagling. And kind of... still a little bit off, but can we live with that? It's kind of in the middle. Okay, I mean, if you're not gonna... Usually you're not gonna look at it like straight on the, you know, in the center. But I do want to get a sense of the look of it in general. I kind of feel like we may need to pull the piloting section forward a little bit. It just seems a little bit too far back, I think. Is that interfering with the floor? No, we're still good. Okay, how does that look? That one's starting to look a little bit more like it's working for us. This kind of reminds me, wasn't there like a big ship thing like this in Final Fantasy? Can't remember. Okay, so now we got to fill in some of these gaps. Like obviously we can't just leave it like this where it's just got this crazy mutilated section. So we need to find objects that's going to fill in this area. I wonder, does it even... Could we have like a vertibird front end? I mean, having the engines there doesn't really sell the look. But I did have... Excuse me. There was this decoration. What if we get a folded one like this? Ho ho ho. Is that off? I feel like something is not quite right. I still think that the base and the wings are still quite far off each other. But I like this enclave. That looks pretty sweet. That's more like the thing that we're looking for, I think. For the front end, I mean. Definitely it's not lined up properly, but let's just have a look. Can't select it. Let's try... Because there was one... So that's all blocked off. That doesn't work for us. Whoa, that's getting really... I wonder why that's so... heavy. Oh, this isn't even in the middle. That's why it feels off. It's kind of in the middle, isn't it? And it's still off. But then this bit is off. So I do really want that enclave? It's a hard word to say. Or I'm just a bit of a dum-dum. It's very difficult when it's constantly in the way. But it's kind of good because it will... Although I don't really like the way... I mean, it works fine as a model by itself, the legs hanging off like that, but it looks a little bit funny in this context. So you probably can't get into the cockpit via normal means, because it's just it's intersecting everything obviously. So is that kind of lined up? Not really. But where are we on the wings? On the wings it's lined up, but it's just not lined up so much on the as a whole. But maybe we can leave it. I'll try and find some things that can come out to kind of clean up the look. Maybe, just maybe, should we take out that center section? Because it kind of suits, I think it kind of suits it because it's a similar color. So if we just bring them all down and just delete that section there. Let me just see how that looks. I'm just going to play with it for a second off camera. Give me one moment. Okay, I've played around with it a little bit. I've deleted that center section, and I think this kind of look suits the kind of mono wing, sharp fronted end look a little bit better. Although I think it kind of looks like a vertibird has just crashed into the airplane and just shared its way through, which is kind of funny. I might, let me just have a look here. I might just bring it down just a slight amount. Okay. That looks pretty badass. Okay, so we've got to do some integrating of the top and the bottom, I think a little bit more. The best way to do that, I am still trying to figure out how. So let's go back to aircraft debris. And I wanted to get some of these engines in, these intakes. Okay, so that one's slightly touching. Slightly touching. I don't know if they're lined up actually. So that one is too far. Maybe there. And we'll say that it ends at this bolt pattern. So let's try and do that on the other side. So that ends around the bolt pattern, and then there should be a little bit coming through. Yep. Does that sort of work itself out? Sort of, kind of. Is that too far? No, I think it's okay. So that can be an intake, and then we can chuck one of those big engines on the back as well. Where were they? Miscellaneous. Is there anything else we can add? So we'll have to figure out somewhere, maybe down here. Oh no, it's a bit too close to the ground. I'll have to figure somewhere I can put somewhere where we can do some kind of settlement. I guess we don't have to. It could just be a prop. Could this finish off the bottom? Or is that too weird? Maybe a little bit too weird. We'll just go to the machines because I think there was some stuff. What's that? No, this one. Industrial machines. I think there was a horizontal, or is it a vertical? A vertical jet engine. That's the horizontal one, which we're going to use plenty of. Was it this one I was talking about before? Yeah, I think it was. Pods. Silos. Let's just chuck some of these. Don't know how high they're going to be. I have no idea what that looks like. I'm just trying to hide this. Is that even in the middle? Kind of. But they're not spaced correctly. Let's just move you down. Maybe down a little bit. And where's the other one? Come on! Oh. Let's just go up. This is a difficult business. Is that kind of in the middle there? Yeah. And then if we chuck something else on top. Is there something we can put on top? Just want some big machine or something just to kind of finish it off. Oh, this could be interesting. Or what if we have that central? That could work for us. Kind of covers in lots of the holes. It's kind of central. Very interesting. Oh, is that not quite? Oh, not quite in the. Oh, damn it! Just move something like that. Okay, and then how does that look? Very strange, but hopefully we've got the. I'm going to cover this area up with lots of kind of the gas turbine stuff. I mean, it kind of works, doesn't it? Am I dreaming? It does look like a very serious machine. If you didn't know, like, you'd be like, what the heck? Definitely need to cover something for here. Could we use those? Oh, my phone's going off. Could we use? Oh, what about this? Is it too much? Oh, it's not very big. I thought it was way bigger. This is not final, obviously. I'm just fleshing it out. And I'll put some at the back of these inlets as well, because they looks a little bit funny with just see-through. Well, that was way off. And then maybe we can do maybe a cone in the middle. Okay. How does that look? Those arms hanging down look kind of funny, but I do want to have some like visual interest going on. And I think it's good if they hang out, if this hangs out a little bit. Gotta fix this one. So let's do you like that. It's a little bit too high, I think. Like that. This looks very powerful, but you know, it looks heavy too, so you need to be confident that it'll actually get off the ground. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit hard to gauge where the other one is. Yeah, it's a little bit further back. And how we're looking. This one's like way in. So this one's got to be in further, I think. Is that? No, that's almost touching. Something's off here. Maybe I've angled it funny. Maybe this one is... Okay. Woohoo! I mean, it's coming together. That looks pretty intimidating. Let's have a look at the front. Oh, is that overkill? There's so much going on. There's a lot going on. That looks pretty intense. Just like camping. I mean, I need to find something to cover up the top of the wings there, but then it... Maybe it's just too much for those ones up there. Might need to find something else to do that, and we definitely need to oh, I'm not in build mode. Definitely need to fix up these bits here. So the question is, what can we put? I mean, it's still pretty crazy. It looks pretty intense. Like, just from over here. What can we put in the front there? It's got to be quite large because it's got to cover a very large area. I mean, do we use these again? Or are they too big? And I don't really want to make it look like it's got more engines or something. It doesn't line up at all. But I guess it kind of looks symmetrical. You know, the top and the bottom, you have that sort of spherical or that round shape. I'll leave that in there for now unless we find something else to put in there. Let's just see how it lends from the back. I mean, it kind of works from the back angle. Things are looking a little bit different. As you can see, I've got these fighters hanging down underneath the wings. I'm not going to keep those. I just put them there for a laugh. I did put some lights and things inside the some of the engines to give them a little bit of character. And just did some bits and bobs. I probably will finesse it a little bit more off camera just to get it looking better. I've got some red indicator lights on the ends of the wings as well. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with it. I don't think I'll do much more. Maybe just do like, maybe find some asset or something to put on top or something like that to sort of give it the effect that, you know, it's got cabins and things like that. But yeah, other than that, I think I'm finished with it. So this one's been pretty fun, bit of a random one. It doesn't really look like it's actually airworthy, but in our role playing, we'll pretend it is. And I'll just quickly change the settings to nighttime, just to get the full effect of the engine glow. Give me one moment. Set game hour to, let's say, do we want to do late night? Let's do 23 maybe. And there you go. So we've got a big sort of navigation light at the front there. These engines have a bit of glow. I put this bigger glow on these other ones, but it was just too intense, and I can't actually get rid of the lights in here. For some reason it won't select. So they are there for life. And the red one is not. The green glow is from my Pip-Boy. The red one, a little bit hard to see there. Just shows off the tips of the wings there. And then we have the mighty blue flame of the exhaust side. That is looking pretty epic, if I do say so myself. But I probably will get rid of those fighters because they just look a little bit much. You know, we've got this massive thing. Do we want to go that far overboard? Maybe we do. If you want me to keep them, let me know, but I am inclined to delete them. But anyway, if you enjoyed that, drop us a like and a follow and all that jazz. And if you're down for these kind of silly, crazy builds, and yeah, let me know in the comment section if you want to see something else, and maybe we can do a big ship barge thing. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.